got finished watching the Keith Thurman, Tszyu. They was doing some type of promo with Sean Porter narrating it, but it was kind of cool. Keith Thurman, one time he talking this shit. Tszyu seemed to be serious. But it's a legacy fight. I don't think people paying attention to it as much because a lot of the boxing world is a little upset with Keith Thurman because we feel like we ain't get the fight that we wanted to see at the time. When the boogeyman, the original boogeyman that came on the scene, and Earl Spence, Keith Thurman didn't fight him for whatever reason, and time didn't pass, and you could tell Keith trying to regain glory. I want to believe him, but the history of boxing is feeling more like, you know, when the fighter gets to the end and the fighters that had a slick tongue, they talk they shit, and if you a fan of them, you want to believe that they serious. They talk a good game, but then when you get in the ring, when they get in the ring, reality, the motherfucker really old and washed up past his prime. He did what he was supposed to do to sell the fight, but he ain't back up none of the shit he was saying. Keith Thurman looked like he could be in one of those situations because I don't really think Tszyu playing. And I think because Keith Thurman said he hungry, and Tszyu was like, what? You've been bullshitting in the sport of boxing for the last 5 years. So if that's the case, I'm always going to go with the hungrier fighter over the fighter that's trying to regain hunger. Tszyu, I don't think he got up to where he at with hype, even though that's Costa Tszyu boy, his son, but Americans wasn't promoting Tszyu like they was promoting Triple G back in the day. So I think Tszyu, he fought his way, even if they say he was fighting careful, he was connected in Australia because it's who his father is, but still, he got to the point where him and Jamel Charlo got history, and now he about to fight one time. He got an option if he can beat one time. If Terrence Crawford move up, he's in a good position. This shit is chess, you know. But then you got Keith Thurman. If he really is hungry, like he say he hungry, I don't think. This boxing ain't nothing you can play with. I like Keith Thurman as a fighter. I was a fan, but I don't think you could be as inactive as he was. You get older. Obviously, you have more shit going on in your life than boxing because you be out of shape in between fights. I don't see an inactive fighter that's past this. You're not in your prime no more, and you moving up, fighting a guy. Like you said, they're being strategic with who he fight. Bruh, they're being strategic with you, Keith Thurman. That's what you're not ready. You're the smaller fighter. You said it on the interview. They carefully, you still thinking, nah, you got to look at your soul and really ask yourself. Because these be those fights. I study boxing to know these are the type of fights that the fighter that once was, he usually take punishment in these type of fights. You know? So if Keith Thurman ain't really regaining his hunger, I predict a punishment by Tszyu. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman, boxing got energy in it, man. It's not just the fighting. We know how this shit go. Boxing is a sport. It's only a few that was able to talk it and walk it, and that's Ali. These other ones, AB tried to talk it and walk it. You can't keep up. Keith Thurman, I feel like you in that boat. You my man. I was a fan. But I believe this fight gonna be probably the beginning of your demise of the sport. Your era is passing over. You already moving up. So you're not even in your real division. So, damn. You know what I'm saying? Boxing ain't nothing to play with, man. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman looking like he in the spirit. You know, he missed being on with the light on him. But when you get in that ring, man, I just see the way Tszyu looking, that energy, it feel familiar. You being the one run your mouth. Light that up, baby. You running your mouth and shit. These be the fights that you get your ass whooped, man. We done seen it repeatedly. We didn't even seen the GOAT do this. When Ali was past his prime and was in the sport of boxing because of money, which I believe that's what you're doing, Keith Thurman. You're campaigning to, you want to get that money. So I say that to say, even the GOAT, Ali, when he was in it for money, my father, shout out, rest in peace to the great Blunt Rap Bird. I remember he was like, man, I was mad at Ali. Ali was telling us he won Holmes. He won Holmes. And all the Ali fans was like, yeah, the champ. We believed in him because it was Ali. He never played with us. And then when he got to the ring and we seen the belly on Ali, we was like, this motherfucker played us. And there was a message in that. Even Ali falls short. Who knows? God probably allowed Ali to take that ass whooping from Larry Holmes because we got to be truthful in all things that we do. When we do certain shit for money, ass whooping come with that in some shape, form, or another. And I remember that. Fights like that, Ali versus Holmes, fighters, you got to learn from it. Don't outweigh your welcome in that brutal sport. You could die. Ali took a beating. He was already having Parkinson's. That took him deeper in with the disease. So it's like, don't put yourself in a position of not taking your opportunity. When Keith Thurman was in position, he didn't take advantage of everything. I don't know if it was a lack of courage. Young fighters learn from it because they'd be the puppet master use Keith Thurman's name and put him in an uncompromising situation. Like right now, he gotta fight. He gotta move up to fight an active fighter that's naturally bigger than him. Keith Thurman might take a beating. And he put himself there because they ain't put a gun to his head, but he took it because he wanted to get the money. And I'm not hoping that, but that's what it seemed like. It's one of those fights. They feeding Keith Thurman to Tszyu. And Keith Thurman don't view it like that. He still think he owe Keith Thurman. So I'm going to wrap it up. Shout out to the whole BluntRapENT. Shout out to the Blunt Rap Capo. Just dropped the video, Pain Through the Pen. Go check that shit out right now. Easky, Pain Through the Pen. That's one of our BluntRapENT artists. Shout out to the whole LDBC. I'm working. I'm back motivated to make these sports videos because the shit that's floating around don't got no substance. Y'all could donate to the page if y'all fucking with the content. All that information to be in the description box. Man, this shit a campaign. The same way these politicians campaign, we campaign and donate to the page. I'm not trying to work a 9 to 5. I got too much to offer the world than to be working for somebody, but I need the people that's fucking with us to help campaign us. I don't care if it's $1. Support the movement just to put us in position to dedicate more time into creating content. All right, y'all. Be safe.